Hello, you guys! It's been so long since I have greeted you in person. Welcome to my channel. My name is Laura. This is Evelyn Art, and today we are going to do some painting and drawing and stuff. We are doing another video in the series of making art like my favorites, where I focused on somebody I found on social media whose art style is distinct and I dig it, and basically I ask their permission and then I go about studying their style just from a visual perspective. This is not about studying the artist. This is not about studying the artist. This is just about emulating their style a little bit and learning from it, deducing their techniques. So I'm not 100% sure any of this is accurate to the way that they do things. Today's artist that we're looking at is Jill Kittock. She does really cool illustrations that remind me a lot of certain illustrators from my childhood, many of whom I could not name. It's fun, it's very intuitive, instinctive. It's kind of got this very quick, scratchy look about it, but also like slow and meditative and detailed. And so I don't know how to explain it better than that, but we're gonna take a look at some of her work now. Then we're gonna jump into making some pieces. So let's go.
Okay, so Jill's profile was suggested to me through Instagram probably 5 or 6 years ago, and I was really drawn to her style. I know it's so simple, but I just love the way that she makes her lines. She really leans into the imperfect, somewhat spontaneous and wonky to depict her moments. And her figures tend to have a variety of body shapes and quite distinct characteristics, and they are often portrayed in busy surroundings filled with lots of pattern and all kinds of knickknacks and such, and I am always drawn to art that makes me want to pause and look longer to appreciate the little things that the artist included. What's also great about her illustration style is the juxtaposition of the simple and the detailed. As an illustrator, she's certainly not trying to capture a hyper-realistic, human figure. And so if her figures slant or they rest a little funny, it's totally okay because they fit right into the world that she's already created for them, which is so detailed in texture that it feels alive on its own. I want to try two things. One is I want to do like my regular thing because I have seen her certainly in videos sketch and then ink over it. But the thing is, I really want to stay away from, I don't want this to sound bad, but being like too methodical and too careful with my lines. Because something that I notice about her is, and I really love this in her style, is she embraces the wobbly line. She embraces the shake or the, but it looks intentional. But I think for my personal style, like I need to loosen up a bit. And so I want to see already, I want to like sketch and do this very slow thing, but I'm going to try instead to just focus on the clearly I can't walk and talk at the same time. All right, let's bring that side in a little bit more. Okay, what I was trying to say was I'm going to try instead to just focus on the lines and not making them perfect by any means, just making them, I guess, is the point. She does do eyes very simply. Okay, so I want to say real quick that I think I probably oversimplified the eyes in a way, and then I just kind of stuck with it throughout the whole time because, again, the point is to emulate her, but not to copy her, so this is still going through the filter of what I really like to see. I just noticed none of these women are wearing clothes. I apologize that I did not notice that. All right. Okay. All right, already we're taking it a step away from where I normally would. So let's consider that a success, and I want to ink it. I'm not totally sure what kind of supplies she uses, but I'm just gonna go with a Faber-Castell Pitt pen. I'm gonna do a small, and my focus in inking is really going to be on texture. And of course I would say that and not explain it. What I mean, of course, is creating texture with my lines, but that's not super evident in this particular drawing except for the hair. So just hang in there, you'll see more later on. Just for kicks and jiggles. For kicks and jiggles. Can we make that a thing?
It's not going to happen.
For kicks and jiggles, let's go ahead and erase the line art. I did this way too soon. That ink is wet as all get out. Oh my gosh. Ugh. You guys. This is why we can't have nice things. She does really nice monochromatic paintings. So this girl, like, she'd be shaded down here, have her eyelids shaded, the bottom of her nose, her lips, and also though, because it is Jill Kittock and this is a little bit quirky, she's also going to have her cheeks shaded. Let's not forget to give her some rosy little shoulders. I'm also probably going to shade the bottom of her hair too. So what do we think? Okay, I think my husband is working outside. I'm going to go mess with him. Okay, yeah, sure enough, he was cutting a sheet of metal. Okay, so we're going to do one of the more intense ones because I feel like she's adorable, but she's also a little beige Becky and doesn't have those like sharp eyes. Okay, so let's try one going in with just ink, and this is terrifying because this usually always ends up kind of badly for me, but oh man, it's already, oh man, this is bad. Okay, definitely forcing me to be somewhat impulsive. Okay, so let's start. Oh my goodness. All right, I actually want to start by giving her hair because I'm gonna shave down this line a little bit. Goodness gracious. Jill, you make it look so easy, love. Okay, so it needs to come all the way up to here. So let's focus on our part. And slimming down this part of the face, my goodness. Honestly, could be worse. And let's put some of that going down like that. All right. So here's where I need to be a little more bold and brave. Oh, goodness. All right. I will say that is the, okay, maybe not like super definitively, maybe now, but that is the Jill Kittock nose a little bit. Oh wow, I just made her look so evil. Like, in my eyes, I'm going, this is not a very accurate representation of the model, but I think that's okay. Like, I don't think that's the point of these paintings. So I think in a way that got me a little bit closer. I think we need to do somebody with a little more texture. All right. Oh gosh, this is like,
feel like we've made some good progress on the faces and we can move forward with figures and especially clothing, because I think that's where Jill adds a lot of her details. So, but I also feel like as we went along, especially doing this last one, starting with the facial features and then adding in the shape of the face, there was something about that also felt very on point for her, was to just like kind of let things take on a life of their own. But I don't want to get too carried away with saying how I think she does things. I more just want to focus on my own emulation and interpretation of it. So let's move on. I'd say that was a successful little study. So I'm gonna find some other references here. Here's my reference, and here is my gal. I kind of feel like we're hitting our stride, where the faces are less challenging and it's more just a matter of getting like the whole composition right, which honestly, when you have a good reference photo, that's not too terribly difficult. I gotta go make dinner. I have added a little bit to this one. I also really like what I added, so bada bing, bada boom, baby. What I'm thinking is basically I'm going to make a little scene this time, and I'm actually going to start with a background, because I have been looking on Pinterest for, this is kind of funny to me, for like inspiration for my master bathroom. And so when I jumped back on Pinterest to start looking for, you know, stuff for this, that's like all that was there. And there were so many fun ones and busy ones because I was looking up like eclectic bathroom ideas. So anyway, I picked out one of those and I'm basically going to draw it out. Sorry, Mom, this is going to be a little crass, okay? But I'm going to draw a person on the toilet, and they're probably going to be like reading newspaper or something like that. But it's just going to be like a cheeky little thing that I could put in my bathroom. Like I said in previous videos, I don't plan to ever sell any of these. I have no idea how it'll turn out, but while I am practicing like so blatantly emulating another artist, I feel a little bit weird making a profit off of that. Yeah.
Ironically, the night that I worked on this, I went on Instagram and Jill had actually posted a bathroom painting of like someone in the tub. And it's not the first time I've seen her, you know, post work like that. I knew that this was derivative, but I still thought it was really funny. While I was working on this, I was generally working off of a reference photo, like I said, from Pinterest, which I will link below. But I was really using it just to get the layout of the bathroom. I changed all of the decor and details to make them a little more personal to my style.
Last but not least, we need our person. I almost want to just Google like person on toilet, but I feel like screw it, you know, this is the Jill Kittock style. Is person that small? Let's see. Their shoulders. I mean, still, that's a big old toilet if that's the person. But what do y'all think? I think this is a good stopping point. I think I'm going to ink first, and then I'm going to watercolor, and then I'm going to add details with Posca pens. So, yeah.
Nice and detailed, just like I wanted. I really like it. If anything, it almost feels a little too on the nose with what Jill Kittock might make. I'm a big fan. What do you guys think? I'm really happy with it. I'm gonna call it a night for tonight. I will see you guys tomorrow. Good morning. It is actually not morning, but I made coffee for the picture, so it's morning now. If you've watched any of the other videos in this series, there's only 2 other ones. One I did on Maggie Luck and one I did on Anderson Carmen. I finished out both of those with a type of self-portrait in their style, and it's been really fun because it's been a nice little keepsake. It's also something that I'm not really tempted to try and like sell prints of or anything like that. Since Jill Kittock like frequently draws people in workspaces or living spaces or just spaces where there's like a lot of stuff around, I wanted to lean into that for the self-portrait, and I've always enjoyed capturing my workspace as it is at any given moment in time. With that being said, I have taken a reference photo. So let's get started.
So I knew I had my work cut out for me as far as drawing a bunch of little things all around the background, so I ditched the sketchbook and I went on a larger scale, but I still think I could have gone with a smaller nibbed pen, because I feel like I ended up losing some of the definition in some of the objects, and especially in my face. As a result, I am actually really unhappy with how this turned out on the whole. I just feel like the figure is such an important part of it. And also, if I could go back, I'd probably go ahead and just design some wooden floors with some fun cross-hatching to add more texture and especially weight to the bottom. I probably will just go back and do that, even though it's not true to life. I actually just have some dingy old carpet in here, but I think it would fill out the composition much nicer than the white space at the bottom. I also intended to use gouache in this painting, as that's a media I frequently see Jill use, but throughout this process I have enjoyed painting in grayscale so much that I decided to just go with it for my final piece. So let me know what y'all think. Should I have done color? What do you think of the way that it ended up? Altogether, I think I've actually enjoyed making this video more than the last 2 because I was able to loosen up so much, and I still created multiple pieces that I genuinely like and will probably hang up 1 or 2 of them around the house. As y'all know, I definitely am not a hyper-realistic artist by any means, but I still think this experience has reinforced for me the spirit of just letting some of the chaos happen, not trying to be so rigid and planned out, because I actually really like that look anyway. So thanks again to Jill for allowing me to feature your work in this video, and for the rest of you guys, I hope you have an amazing day. Bye.